Hi everyone, now I'm sure some of you have already seen this video over on Arthur's channel, which you should totally subscribe to. But for those that haven't seen it, here it is, and yes, this was what inspired me to start the Lor N Rulz series. So if you want to see more Lor N Rulz videos like this, just let me know down in the comments below, because yeah, it turns out deciding what character or unit you want to do Lor N Rulz for is actually kind of difficult. Anyways, hope you enjoy the video. Thank you so much for watching, and also don't forget to go watch the huge 40k collaboration over on Arthur's channel. He put a lot of work into creating that video and wrangling so many 40k creators, so it's linked in the description down below, so I highly recommend you go watch it. Hello everyone, this is Revan Andor Handy, and it's time to talk about the only character Imperial Knights have that is very cool in lore and decent on tabletop, and an army that otherwise keeps getting hit with the cyclonic nerf torpedo. So it's time to put those learning glasses on and talk about Canis Rex. But first, let's get this part out of the way for those who know nothing about Imperial Knights or what they are.
You know those giant robots that we use for farming, construction, and defense against all those giant monsters and man-eating plants?
That's kind of a dumb question, but I guess I'll humor you this once.
Now hear me out. What if we took the guns that still work off of our tanks and colony ships, and we stick them on the giant robots?
Let's fucking do it! And that's my terrible explanation of how Imperial Knights came into existence. Now, as a lot of us know, you dig giant robots, I dig giant robots, we dig giant robots, and most importantly, chicks dig giant robots. Did I just use this as an excuse to quote Megas XLR? Yes. Yes, I did. Now, a lot of those that know nothing about Imperial Knights would assume that Canis Rex is this guy right here. Nope. That's Sir Hector Cerberin, the pilot of Canis Rex. In the lore, we are first introduced to Canis Rex and Sir Hector when the Petulant Manchild Legion, the Iron Warriors, were invading the Knight homeworld of Randoran Alpha. The Knight House Cerberin, which controlled Randoran Alpha, put up a strong resistance to the Iron Warriors, but alas, one by one, the mighty engines of House Cerberin fell. Sir Hector, like many of his fellow Knight pilots, were taken captive and subjected to the torture of the Iron Warriors. One by one, each of them corrupted alongside their knights, turned into demon engines forever bound in servitude to chaos. But not Sir Hector. As the last remaining noble of the mighty House Cerberin, he had an indomitable spirit and bowls of ceramite, and no amount of torture could break his faith in the Emperor. And his faith was answered. Somehow Canis Rex pulled the Titanfall and initiated Protocol 3.
Protocol 3. Protect the pilot.
BT, what are you doing?
Trust me.
Activating on its own, slaughtering any Iron Warrior or corrupted knight that got in its way. Canis Rex, leaving a trail of carnage in its wake, eventually reached Sir Hector, breaking him free of his chains and allowing him to escape. But wait, the story doesn't end there. Sir Hector and his merry steed then decided it's time for a rebellion. So he took the Oath of the Freeblade and made it his mission to take revenge upon Chaos and its servants, to rescue as many enslaved serfs of his homeworld as he could. But alas, he eventually accepted that Chaos had taken a hold of his homeworld. So after many battles, he had to abandon his home of Randoran Alpha, but not before earning himself the title of Chainbreaker, for his heroic deeds performed freeing those enslaved by Chaos. Hence the name of the Scalp to High Heaven box, Chainbreaker Lance. But you would think that's where his story ends, but it doesn't. From there, Sir Hector and Canis Rex went on their own excellent adventure across the galaxy, dude. Performing the same deeds he once did on his homeworld in the name of the Emperor. I'm sorry, I can't. And that's a little bit of lore about Canis Rex and why the knight itself is so cool. I mean, come on, who doesn't like giant robots and also a cheeky Titanfall 2 Easter egg? On the tabletop side of things, Canis Rex is a Questoris Preceptor pattern Imperial Knight. That's a mouthful. So it's equipped with a Las Impulsor, a special Thunderstrike Gauntlet called Freedom's Hand, and a multi-laser. Now, on tabletop, he can hit like a truck since he hits on 2s for everything, and he has a strike profile for a Freedom's Hand with a strength of 20, AP -3, and damage 9 with 5 attacks. So you're wounded in pretty much everything besides a Titan on yes. The Las Impulsor is just the Las cannon, but on steroids with 2 profiles for high and low intensity. This is where using Canis Rex in an army gets a bit iffy, since the Las Impulsor can be a bit swingy, because high intensity is D6 shots at 24 inches and low intensity is 2d6 at 36 inches. And honestly, the multi-laser is just there for extra shots at this point. But I'm really hoping GW shows Imperial Knights and Chaos Knights some love for 10th edition, since let's just say Imperial Knights are a heavy investment for me. But with how hard they got hit by the Cyclonic Nerf torpedo, I'm not really that optimistic at this point. So yeah, just wanted to say congratulations to Arthur for hitting 40,000 subscribers on YouTube, and thank you for letting me participate in this fun community collaboration. But this has been Revan/Handy, the burner of wallets and maker of terrible financial decisions, signing off.